It's a little late to be robbing houses. Don't you know what happens when you don't get enough sleep?
The shorter your sleep, the shorter your life.
Sleep increases the risk for diabetes,
Dementia, Alzheimer's, heart attacks, suicide, cancer. The lack of sleep will age a man by a decade.
If you go without sleep, you die.
Learning all this led to me getting this magic ring. Not that one, this one. This improves my mood, it keeps my energy levels up, and makes me more productive. Actually, it just tracks my sleep, but using that data to improve my sleep is what had me feeling so good. So let me tell you about the 14 things that I do almost every night to improve my sleep. First off, the eye responds to the light coming from above to make you more alert. So the first thing that I do is I turn off the overhead lights and I turn on some dim lights set below eye level. They don't have to be this low, just below eye level. Hey, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, it's a supplements.
I take a couple supplements at night. Researchers found that 400 milligrams of L-theanine increases sleep efficiency, so I usually take 200 to 400 milligrams on most nights. Tart cherry juice is another sleep aid because it contains the plant form of the sleep hormone melatonin. 30 to 60 milliliters is about what I take, but I only take it every now and then. Magnesium supplementation has also been found to help people fall asleep faster and sleep more efficiently. It might only work if you're deficient, but half of Americans are in fact deficient in magnesium. I take 400 milligrams pretty much every night. Now check this out.
My favorite sleep cocktail based on really good, solid, peer-reviewed science is magnesium threonate and something called apigenin, which is basically a derivative of chamomile. Those two things, they essentially shut down the forebrain thinking, anticipating part of your brain, allow you to drift off into sleep really well.
Which is why I like to pour myself a cup of chamomile tea each night. In that tea, I usually put about 20 grams of collagen powder, which contains about 3.5 grams of glycine. 3 grams of glycine was found to help insomniacs fall asleep faster, sleep more efficiently, and wake up feeling better. 4 grams of glycine was found to help people mitigate some of the negative effects of sleep deprivation. Hey, my bath is ready. Glycine is probably the supplement that's had the biggest impact on my sleep. Since taking it, I noticed that I wake up less during the middle of the night. And interestingly, I can also stand hotter baths. This is probably because glycine helps the body cool down by relaxing the blood vessels. And cooling down is an important part of the sleep process. Your body's core temperature needs to drop by about 2 degrees Fahrenheit when you go to sleep. And a warm bath can help with this process because when you step out, your body starts to rapidly cool down. Now is a good time to stretch since my body is still warm. I used to wake up a lot in the morning with a stiff neck and back, feeling groggy, but a bit of stretching at night fixed that for me. The benefits of relaxing your muscles by stretching are pretty straightforward, but loosening up at night may help with the brain's nighttime cleaning process. While you sleep, the brain floods itself with cerebrospinal fluid to clean up the metabolic junk that accumulates during the day. And then it dumps that into the lymphatic system. And stretching may help with the drainage of that lymph. One thing I don't do is eat a big meal late at night. The thing that is guaranteed to screw with my sleep is having dinner too late or simply having too big of a dinner. I try to finish all my food by 7 p.m., 3 hours before bed. Since the body uses a ton of blood flow for digestion, the idea is that you want to finish your meal early so that blood flow can be prioritized for the sleep process. About 30 minutes before I get in bed, I set my air conditioner to its coolest setting. The Sleep Foundation says that 18 degrees Celsius is the best temperature for sleep. I also have this chili pad. It actually circulates cool water through a pad under the bed. Honestly, they're not cheap, but I used to toss and turn a lot trying to get all parts of my body not too hot, but not too cold, with just blankets and an air conditioner.
Night, I turn up the heat, it's too hot. I open up a window, it's too cold.
But with this, I find that I can get my feet, body, and face all at just the right temperature throughout the night. Check the description if you're interested in that. I also turn on this air purifier equipped with a HEPA filter on. I've gotten really interested in air quality ever since I suspected the mold in my old apartment was screwing with my sleep. The mold seemed to cause an inflammatory reaction which would make my nose stuff up and wake me up in the middle of the night. In the winter, I use a humidifier. If the air gets too dry, then it irritates the membrane in my nose, and that also makes my nose stuff up. which causes me to mouth breathe and snore.
Mouth breather.
Mouth breathing and snoring can really mess with your sleep. Research on kids has found that it can lead to poor intelligence and learning disabilities. If you consistently have a stuffed nose at night, I'd recommend checking out my video from 2017 to get started. In fact, I take this seriously enough that I've been putting tape over my mouth before bed every night for the past 5 years. Without the tape, I am liable to breathe through my mouth, which significantly worsens my sleep. Lastly, I use a weighted blanket. Consistent pressure on the skin has a soothing effect on the nervous system, and I find to fall asleep faster and just feel a lot more comfortable in bed with one. Actually, I don't even use a pillow. Since ditching a pillow, I find that my back and neck feel a lot better in the morning. Oh, that's why you're here, the electrolytes. Lucky for you, this video is sponsored by Element. I usually have a pack or a half pack of Element during or after my bath to replace the small amount of electrolytes that I use. And I find I feel a lot better when I keep an eye on my electrolytes, especially if I replace them after my workouts, after a sauna session, and even more so if I'm doing low carb or fasting. My favorite thing about Element is there's no junk in it. It's just a nice balance of sodium, potassium, magnesium, some stevia, and a little bit of flavoring. Go to drinklmnt.com/whatI'velearned to get a free sampler pack with any purchase.